So ultimately, Superules is footy for old people like us. So basically, it's men over 35s and women's over 30s. So we've got currently at the moment 4 teams, 3 men's sides, over 35s, firsts and seconds, and then over 45s, and then 1 over 30s women's side. The affiliation with Coburg was a few years back actually. It's very important for us as a club, and I'm sure very important for Coburg Lions as well. It's great that we're able to affiliate with the VFL club. But there's I suppose a really good connection there for both clubs to get a mutual benefit from.
It was really exciting. The Coburg Lions have been fantastic, getting lots of women on board the club. I remember the first few days of training back in, I think it was far back as March. The boys were really good, making sure that the women felt very included. They started off the first few weeks making sure that each girl had a boy, and we had to swap stories and then introduce each other to the rest of the club. So it was good at making us feel really welcome. We're very proud to be part of the Pride. That's a good question. I think that down the track that would be the plan at some point, but as this is only our first year, we're just doing well to get feet on the ground at the moment. But I'm sure somewhere down the line that there probably are plans to split the group out, maybe over 30s, over 40s, and let it grow from there. So
the men's do have quite a few games left to go. We're at round 8 just completed, so round 9 and 10 to go. Unfortunately, there's no games left at Piranha Park. We do have 1 home game, but unfortunately not here. Then the women's have, how many games have we got left now?
We've got 2 games left. So that's not true. We've got 1 home game, which is this weekend, so good luck to all of us. And then we've got 2 more games, and we've got 1 week of finals. Everything's played on the same day.
Look, as president, it's actually been a very, very exciting year for us. Obviously, with the introduction of the women's side, we've had a really big influx of players as well into our men's sides as well. We probably had last year had a little bit of an issue with gaining enough players to get onto the ground. This year we've got an abundance of players, so it's been a very, very positive year for us. I would envisage that probably same lines as what Kim was talking about before, is potentially having maybe even 6 sides next year, where we introduce another men's side and another women's side into the competition. So I think the women's side had 40 registered players at the start of this year, so 40 doesn't go into 24, unfortunately. That gets a game every week, so we're probably on the verge of being able to look at expanding. So the year's been excellent from our growth point of view, and I think in terms of just how we've gone in terms of the actual games and how the players have played has been unbelievable. And to have the girls running out and being competitive as well, which has been just brilliant. That's been a massive highlight.
I think one of the things that's been interesting for us from a women's Super Rules team is that of all the women's Super Rules teams, and there's 8 of us all together, 6 of us all together, we've probably had to come the furthest, so we've probably got the most amount of beginners. We do have some really experienced players, but we've got the most amount of beginners, so it's taking us a little bit longer to get up to the level that the other women's teams are at, but I can feel a winning streak coming on.
Look, I'm hoping the highlight for the season comes in about 4 weeks' time when we get to raise some silverware, to be fair. Look, the highlight's definitely the introduction of the women's side. Without a doubt, from a club's perspective, that's the absolute highlight. To be able to sit in a room now every Wednesday and have both men's and women's.
It's fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And it's just a really, really good community feel that we've been able to introduce into the club. So from a highlight perspective, that's it. I would think that's just, it's just been awesome, to be fair.
I think so. I think the highlight for the girls, we've had a couple. It's actually a season of highlights for us. But definitely that first game that we played out at Werribee, when we all put on our Coburg Lions jersey for the first time, everyone was really excited. There were lots of nervous wees. We were very proud to be running out on the pit park for the Coburg Lions. It was really exciting. I think a big highlight for us is going to be playing at Piranha Park on Saturday at home. like I said, I can feel a wind coming on. It would be good if it were here. So yeah, I think that's been really one of the highlights. And I think the best thing about it all has been how welcoming the boys have been to the girls coming on. We've never heard any bad words, girls don't play footy or anything like that. It's been awesome the whole way around. We love it. We're really happy to be part of the pride, as I said.
Well, look, I think obviously for the women's, if I can probably talk on Kim's behalf, I think just to really be competitive and to really enjoy the footy, I think that's probably first and foremost is for the girls just to get out there and actually enjoy playing footy. We have got quite a few people that are new to football and have never played a game of football in their life. So for them, I think the goal is just to get out there and actually just have some fun. For the men's, we're sitting equal first in the ones, we're sitting first in the twos, and in the four in the over 45. So definitely from our perspective, we're looking to go a little bit better than what we did last year and hopefully win some premierships. So.
Speaking for myself, how I ended up playing footy, I've never played, this is the first time I've ever done it. I grew up in the 70s and 80s and women just didn't play football. It wasn't an option, and I'd always followed football. I'm a passionate Bomber supporter, so I've been to the football just about every week of my life, I guess you could say. The AFLW has been a big hand in that. I had a flyer on my car windscreen when I was at Casey Park following Melbourne team, saying come and have a try, and I think that was the thing that really kept rattling around in my head. Come and have a try. Doesn't matter if you've never done it before. And here at Coburg, I've had guys giving me independent lessons. This is how you kick the ball. Okay, again. They're really patient. They're really happy to share the information that they've got. It helps having Tony Liberatore giving you private lessons. It's all really good, that sort of thing. I would say don't be afraid. We've got the eldest person in our club, who's actually the eldest person in our league, is 68. The youngest person is as young as you could possibly be for being in the Superules team. You're never too old. Footy for fun. Come and have a go.
You may end up with a scar like this. Yeah. So.